Hey guys, I'm Walker at the Spro booth. Just kidding. It's Jake here. I'm filling in for Walker. He's around the corner. We're just trying to get some stuff done. And guess what? We got new Spro Jason Christie reels, and we got the man himself, Jason Christie, Bassmaster Classic champion. Hey, we're not filming jighead minnows like we were earlier. We're not filming minnows, and we get to talk about something I bet you probably care a lot more about.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the new reel. So there's Jason Christie. What model is that one?
This is the JC Elite. This actually was released at the Classic. You know, this reel, a few of the cool things about it is the knobs are color coded for different gear ratios. We have 4 gear ratios.
Yeah.
I know that sounds like somebody's gonna be like, why is that important? If I reach in my rod locker and I got 20 reels in there, I know that green stands for grind, which is a 5.4 gear ratio.
Yep.
You know, and then also the MG.
Yep.
So I really, really like this reel. But this reel is like the Cadillac of bait casting.
So where does this one, this Elite one, separate itself from the other reel?
As far as the green one?
Yeah.
This has 9 ball bearings, and this has 11.
So a little bit smoother.
Yep, it's a lot smoother actually. And actually, I just went on a fishing trip. I can cast a spook with this a mile. A mile. And the cool thing about it is the drag. Like I can tighten the drag down and go flipping with a big weight. Yeah. But I can also loosen it up, go throw a jerk bait, all of that. The big thing for me is I've always loved a bait caster that I can fit in my hand, a smaller profile, because I feel like the more I can control my reel, the more I can control the fish. And the bait.
And coming from a guy who probably knows a thing or two about fishing shallow, you know, making accurate cast and being comfortable out there just makes you so much more efficient. And I mean, just going from this green one to this Elite reel, this one is substantially lighter. Yeah,
it is. It's actually like 6.2 ounces, I think.
So,
and we have a little bit different handle. And I don't know how to explain this. It just has a grip that doesn't get away. You know, rain, snow, sleet, sunshine, sweat.
Well, it's the same shape all the way around. It doesn't have like a spot where you gotta lay your thumb, because when you gotta grab that thing quick, like you got it, and you don't have to rotate it to get it in position.
Exactly, you made a good point there. But you know, those are some of the key things. The casting, I mean, we have the magnetic side on the side there, same, but I mean, it just really, my first impression when I got it a few months ago to start testing was just how smooth it was and how strong. Yep. Usually you have to sacrifice something. We sacrificed nothing with this reel.
That's really cool, and we're super stoked to be carrying this to Tackle Warehouse, the new Jason Christie, the Elite and the MG. Yep. So 2 different new bait casting reels, Jason Christie Signature Series, available at Tackle Warehouse.
In all 4 gear ratios. Both reels have 4 gear ratios.
Which is awesome. Got the whole range covered. Yep. Which is awesome. I love having the high range, low range, crank in, flipping, whatever you want. You guys got it.
We got it.
Super awesome. All right, and next up we got a couple spinning reels, and you wouldn't think that Jason Christie's name is going to be on a couple of spinning reels, but look at you now. We got new spinning reels. We got the new the Elite, and which one's this?
This is the MG spinning reel.
These are really cool little reels. So give us the rundown on these, Jason.
So times are changing. I mean, guys like me, you got to use a spinning reel every now and then to be able to catch one. Actually, last year I caught big bass of the season on the Elite Series with the spinning reel.
Did you know how to work the drag on that thing?
Yeah, just backwards. Yeah, I don't use the drag. I just tighten it all the way down. But that's the Elite. The green one is the Elite. The black one is the MG. A few of the key things is we offer it with the braided spool, which is shallower. Yeah. And then also a deep spool like this with, you know, if you're a fluorocarbon guy, whatever. 1-piece bail, which means some of them have 2 pieces. There'll be a seam there. Your line can get caught. Yeah. The drag is super, super smooth, but if you notice, whenever you're fishing, a lot of times you have to reach down. There's a lot of different pinch points on this where you can turn it.
That was the first, before we started rolling, I was just had this thing in my hand and I reached down and grabbed and I was like, oh, that's nice. Yeah. So the kind of the design they put on the top of the spool there, you can grab it in the middle, you can grab it on the side, so it makes it super easy to adjust the drag. So I'm sure you know, you get 6-pound smallmouth on there and you need to make a quick adjustment, there's more than one spot where you can grab that thing and spin it. So something I've actually never seen before, and like, you would have never think about it until you're sitting here and you grab on, and you're like, whoa, that's really nice.
We make both from a 1,000, I think, all the way to a 4,000. So if you're a crappie guy, you know, I actually prefer a 2,000 and a 3,000. Those are my two favorites, but you know, the handles are the same.
And you got that big knob, just like the casting reel, so a big cranking knob on it. It's so comfortable, and that whatever rubberized material you guys are putting on the outside and like that design on there, it's got a ton of grip.
Right.
So I'm sure rain, you guys have to fish in all conditions, so you can't have anything that's going to fail you and kind of mess you up in weather or when it's hot, or you know, in any condition you got to be able to perform.
Yeah, they're just really cool. I actually just got back from a smallmouth trip up north and caught a lot of big smallmouth, but also caught like a 25-pound drum that I fought for 10 minutes on this thing, and
well, if you're really going to test it, you might as well catch big ones.
That's right.
Catch some different species on it to really see what they're made out of. But that's really cool reel. New Jason Christie Signature Series spinning reels. The Spro is just coming out with. We're super stoked to have them up for pre-order. Actually, you can buy some of these right now. I think you pre-order the new MG, or is that the Elite one?
That's the Elite. This is the MG.
All right, I think this one's available right now, and that one's up for pre-order. But so thanks, Jason, for taking the time to give us a rundown on your new reels. We're super pumped about them. Make sure you check them out at tacklewarehouse.com.
What's up, Tackle Warehouse fans? We're back with Spro, another one here. We've got a couple different things from Spro with the man, John Cruz himself. We've got the Essential Series MD65 and the 45 Little John Micro right there.
That's right, yeah. You want a smaller profile bait. We're talking about BFS, shallow water, going behind people, catching a lot of fish. It's just like the original Little John, but smaller, 45 millimeters long, coming in beautiful fish catching colors, a whole bunch of different options. You got your shad options, you got your chartreuse options, you know, you got some crawfish options like the spring craw is one of my favorites for fishing early in the year. So this thing, you don't need a spinning rod to throw it. You can throw it on a bait caster. 10-pound test, probably optimal. And of course, it's going to have Gamakatsu hooks on it, and it's got that. It does not have that weight transfer system in it because it is so compact. We didn't need it, so it still casts very well. You can throw it on a spinning rod. You throw it a long ways, but BFS is also into this action, in this bait as well.
Awesome. Want to talk about that one?
Yeah, and this is the Essential Series. This is the MD of that, and it's a wider bill. So you want to get a crankbait that's going to run in that 8-10 foot range that you can plow through cover. You want to throw in those long laydowns in the end of it, like the old Bagley's crankbait. It's got that loud rattle, so you can hear them coming. That's what that is right there, and bigger, more aggressive.
Absolutely.
Coming through cover, heavy cover, that's what this is about.
Awesome. Two new awesome additions to the crankbait lineup from Spro. You didn't hear it just from me. John Cruz himself is a big fan of these. I'm sure they're going to catch a ton of fish with that. We'll go ahead and wrap up with the Spro booth. John, thank you so much for stopping by and telling us all about it.
Thank you.
You guys
Appreciate
take it easy and check out tacklewarehouse.com. These are available for pre-order now. We've got the sales and marketing manager, Sid. They're going to be talking about an awesome addition to the line from Spro Series.
All right, so what we've got here is a premium fluorocarbon. This is our Raijin, which is our top of the line, the best of the best fluorocarbon, extremely small diameter, low stretch, and really just a good overall fluorocarbon. We go from 6 pound all the way up to 20. We have two different spool sizes. We have a 600 meter, and then we have a 150. Look for this at Tackle Warehouse this coming this fall.
Absolutely. I've been a big fan of the Spro fluorocarbons for a long time. Hopefully Sid's nice enough to let me try some of this out when I leave the Spro booth. If not, that's okay. This stuff, Spro Raijin, available for pre-order now at tacklewarehouse.com. What's up? Back in the Spro booth. Up next, we've got the Dean Rojas Spro Bronzeye Frog Rod, and I figured no better man to talk about it than the man himself, Dean Rojas.
Yeah, and no better way to launch it than at ICAST here in Orlando, Florida. The guys are catching them on frogs all around the lakes around here, so it's been awesome. But hey guys, let's cut to the chase. Let's talk about the rods. So I get a lot of questions. It's been a long time since I've come out with a frog rod. Spro and I have teamed up to do 3 rods, okay? We have a 7 medium heavy, a 7.2 heavy, and a 7.4 heavy. And but the ones who have watched me over the years, they know the 7-foot medium heavy is my rod of choice for skipping, frog placement, different areas, and overall speed and getting it back and the accuracy. But one of the key things that we all wanted was something with a fast tip.
Absolutely.
Okay? That is key and crucial to be able to skip a bait underneath the trees, underneath docks, in a cover where you know there's a bass laying down there, but you can't get it to them. The rod helps get you there, okay? And so they're here now, they're available. They'll be available on Tackle Warehouse and for all applications. So even if the 7-foot medium heavy is a little light for you, you can always go to the 7.2 heavy. And this folds up for our full lineup of Bronzeye frogs, our popping frogs, flapping frogs, and our King Daddy rod, which is our King Daddy, which is our king rod here. It's a 7.4 heavy, okay? And it's designed to throw this big beast right here, the King Daddy frog, king of all frogs with Spro. And so for years I've been searching and mismatching, trying to get a rod that I can throw this with. So when they came to me and said, hey, let's create a frog rod, I go, I wanted a King Daddy rod. Well, they came with it. It carries all the characteristics as the other two rods, okay? It has a lot of meat here in the midsection, a fast tip, so you're able to walk it back and forth and give it life. And that's the whole key, is giving those frogs life that draw the strikes for those fish to come out with. Now the 7.4, you can use it for a flapping frog over big mats and just keep a nice steady wind over the cheese, if you will, or the hydrilla, they call it. So again, I try to utilize all three rods for all frogging situations that you would need. Spro carries all the frogs. Now we carry all the rods. So, make sure you stop by and ask questions. They're available on Spro.com and will be available here on Tackle Warehouse.
Absolutely. You heard it. The man himself, the Spro, Dean Rojas, Bronzeye frog rod. Available now at tacklewarehouse.com.